Hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel again. Thank you for watching. Shout out to my subscribers. And please comment or like and subscribe and comment and let me know what y'all think about my video. If something, I'm open to any advice, any suggestions. And yeah, just let me know. I'm new, so I'm working on building my channel. And yeah, so just comment and let me know. Let me know. So I wanted to say that just to, a little personal thing. So I love taking care of my skin. And so there's this company that I've been using for a long time. Um, and it wasn't doing what I was looking for. Like it was doing what I wanted to do, but there was more. Like I felt like I needed to try something different. I'm like, okay. So I looked up this company brand. One thing when you're looking up for, looking up things to take care of your skin, look for companies that are particular to your skin type or your skin. Like if you are like a, black woman, try to review on a company that is a black owned company because I feel like they're more experienced with your skin type. Yeah, but just a little tip out there. Yeah, so I switched it up and now I'm with a different company and yeah, it's working better, So so just sometimes it's good to switch up on, you know, your skin company products that you use just to try something out. I didn't know, but some told me like, let me just try something different. And sure enough, I did. So I'm happy with this company. Yeah, I'm happy with them so far. They were a little late on getting my stuff. They were a little late, a week late. Yeah, so shout out to them. So I wanted to come up here and talk about this girl, this woman. She went viral on TikTok and I'm late. Okay, I just seen it. And when I seen it just kind of made me want to talk about it more and how that can relate to my life. So I cannot view or I cannot post a video. I tried, but I first seen it on Unwind with Tasha K. I have to give credit where it's due. I follow her on Instagram, and so I've seen it on her Unwind with Tasha K. And that's where I seen the clip. So I'm giving credit. Hey, I have to. That's where I've seen it. So I don't know if I can play the clip. Um, can I? Let me see if it'll let me go. It'll let me go back. I'm trying to see if I can go back. I don't know if it's gonna let me. Let me see. I'm trying to load it up. Mhm. So I don't know if you guys heard her. Um, yeah, but that was a post from Online with Tasha K. And I don't know how to post it on this. I'm learning. But yeah, if you want to watch the full video, I can post a link on under my descriptions and you can click on it and you can watch it from Online with Tasha K. She didn't tell me to post it. This is something that I'm just doing on my own. I follow her Instagram and that's where I've noticed it. And I'm gonna, I'm just gonna give credit where it's due. Yes. Shout out to Tasha K. Yes. So I get it. It's not her job to disclose. It's not her job. There is a millions of people in this world who do not disclose their what they have. It's not their job. It's not their job. And so she's even brave for even coming up on here and showing her face that she has, that she's positive with the virus. So yeah, you know, if I can't put myself in her shoes. And so, but I would be nice if you would disclose, if you have the virus. It would be nice if you can disclose, but there's a lot of people who do not disclose because they're embarrassed, about it, or they feel that you might, not be with them or this and that, and yeah, I get it, but it's rightfully you should be able to disclose if you guys are gonna get intimate with each other. It's only right, it's only right. But they say that you should treat people as if everybody's infected with something. Just protect yourself. Get your regular test done if you're sexually active. Even if you're in a relationship, get your annual exams. If you notice something's not right, get it checked out. Like, yeah, get it checked out. That's all you have to do. So that way you know what you have. Because even relationships, hey, it is just keep yourself, be your own health advocate. That's all I suggest. Because she's right. She don't have to disclose. She don't. She do not have to disclose. So yeah. So I have this statistics up here and you can Google woo.com. It's from the World Health Organization statistics on HIV in 2022. So up here it says 39 people were globally infected. 39 people globally. That's worldwide. That is worldwide. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. 39 people. And it also said 1.3 million people became newly infected with HIV in 2022. Probably, it's way higher now in 2025. And let me see, 630,000 people died from AIDS related illnesses in 2022. Yeah, and then there's other statistics. 53% of all people living with HIV are women and girls, of course. And then 86% of all people with HIV knew their status in 2022. 86%. That is high. They knew they were HIV positive, but yet decide to do what they want to do. Mind you, this is this is a virus that infects a lot of people, as you say, as not as I say, but statistics that I posted on here. Um, and this includes kids, babies born with it, and yeah, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. So, but shout out to homegirl here who decided to go viral and let people know that she got the virus. You know, this virus to this day there's no cure, but I think there's a cure if you got the money, you know. But I honestly don't think there's a cure. You know, this virus is so smart that it becomes like your own DNA, right? That's how it's able to live in your body for so long. But yeah, it becomes your own DNA or mimics your own DNA and it replicates. It replicates. It steals your DNA and then it slowly kills your DNA. And that's how you know, start other things start happening to your body and even the medication they have to take is some strong stuff. Strong medication. Viral medications are very, very strong. You know, and I know this from research and you could Google all of this stuff, you know. But yeah, it's very viral stuff were very hard to get rid of. And yeah, unfortunately, you know, and but with this new medications that are out, people are living longer who's HIV. And mind you, HIV is before AIDS. You know, when it turns to AIDS, that's when you start slowly dying from it. You know, that means it's your body's weakening, is the virus is on a different level. So yeah, yeah, I'm praying for everybody who has it. God bless them, especially babies who are born with them. And you know, yeah, yep. Um, so I wanted to also relate this to my personal life. So a while back, I had one of my best friends was HIV positive. And like I said, HIV positive, there's no face. You can't tell. It's all internal. There's no face to someone who has HIV, you know, so it's common sense, you know, there's no face. So I was best friends with a girl or with the woman who had the virus. Um, I didn't know she had it until me and her became closer friends. And that's when she felt comfortable enough to disclose it to me. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, my first reaction was like, I'm glad she told me. I'm glad she was strong enough to tell me. And yeah, I didn't judge her. You know, I gave her a hug. I asked her how she contracted it, and she said she was the R. You know, she got, the R word when she was young by a man, and that's how she contracted it. So, yeah, really sad. I didn't judge her. You know, I'm not the type to judge you. What you have is what you have, is what, like the queen said, it's how you make me feel, is how I judge you. How I judge a person is how they make me feel, regardless of what your status is, or, yeah. So she got into a relationship and I, I asked her if she told her partner and she said no, or had she told her partner and she said no. And I asked her why not. And she said that she was scared that, he might leave her if she was to tell him. I was like, okay. And I asked her, okay, well, are you are you doing the thing with him? The thing. And then she said, yes. I was like, girl, I are you, you know, using protection? And then she was like, yes, we did, but then he didn't want to. I said, okay. I was like, okay, but you didn't tell her, you didn't tell him about your status. She said, no, not yet. And then she said that her medication that she takes, it gives her like a small, gives her like, it's a small chance of her transmitting the virus to her partner. There's like a really, really small chance, like tiny. I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I didn't, you know, I'm like, okay. And she's like, yeah, he's not going to get it because the medication that I take is very, very protective and this and that. I'm like, okay, you know. So it got serious. They were, like a year into this relationship and, it's not my business. You know what I'm saying? So but I wanted to be nosy. I was like, hey, girl, you know, did you tell him yet? And she's like, not yet. I'm like, okay, I feel like you should tell him, girl. Like, you guys are getting serious. And she's like, I'm scared. I'm scared. If I tell him, he might leave me. And I'm like, okay, I'm comforting her, being as a friend, you know. So then I get this call from her, and I'm at home chilling. She calls me up and she tells me that she finally told him. I'm like, what? She was crying and she was like, yeah, I told him and he went off on me. He got upset and he started yelling at me and he left me. I'm like, oh my God. She's like, yeah. She was crying hysterically on the phone because you know, they got serious. He started talking about having kids and this and that. So she felt it was the right time to tell him. And as soon as she told him, he had been left. But I'm like, eh, I would have done the same thing if somebody was to tell me. Because, well, I can't speak for her. I've never been in her situation. But I feel like if you're becoming serious with somebody, or even if you're having, doing the thing, use protection. If you guys get to a point where he's saying not to use protection and you know what your status is, you should tell that person. It's only right, regardless of the medication. And whatever the medication does to you, or there's a slim chance of transmitting, you know, it's just my opinion, my comment, my opinion. Yeah, so she finally told him. She was really sad about it. He left her. I immediately went to comfort her. I went to go to her house and, console her and because she was crying. There's somebody that she loved. They were taking it to the next level, and she finally felt the need to disclose. And when she did that, he left her. He left her. Horrible, horrible, horrible situation. Horrible, horrible. To make long story short, she moved on with her life. Um, Me and her, well, let me tell you what happened. Don't get me wrong. I loved her. Me and her were best of friends. But overall, she was kind of crazy. Okay, everybody has a crazy side, but her crazy side was a different type of crazy side, okay? Well, so her birthday was coming up. Mind you, we had planned this 6 months, okay? At first, she said she don't want to. Well, first she wanted just to have us do like a little birthday at like a somewhere, like plan an event at somewhere within the city. Like she's like, yeah, girl, on my birthday, I want us to celebrate. I want us to have a good time. I want us to do this and that. I don't want to go anywhere. I was like, cool, okay. So she calls me 2 weeks later and she tells me, she's like, girl, for our birthday, I want us to go to Miami. It's me. I got my other 6 homegirls that I'm gonna also invite, and you're invited to come. I was like, ooh, Miami. Oh wait, I would love to go see Miami. Okay, I think Miami is so beautiful. I just want to visit. I want to visit Miami one day, and so I was like, cool. This will be my perfect opportunity. So she's like, girl, let's go to Miami and this and that. I was like, okay. So we planned it. We had a hotel that we were gonna stay. Mind you, the other thing that she wanted to do for her birthday, she changed her mind. So now she wants to travel. Okay, so I bought the tickets. The other girls bought the tickets. We bought the hotels. We were all ready to go. Okay. I had to take let me just pause on this. Okay. So a week before our trip. Was it a week? It might have been 5. It might have been 5 days. I know it was about either 5 days or a week. She calls me up. She tells me that she wants to cancel the whole girls' trip. Because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be girls. Us girls is having a good time for her birthday. Celebrating her birthday. And she going to call me a week before to cancel. Talking about, oh, I don't want to travel. I just decided to just kind of, you know, just kind of hang around. I don't want to go nowhere for my birthday. I am so sorry. I'm like, oh my God. No, she didn't. A week before, I mean, okay, it's not a big deal, but to me it was because I really wanted to go. I bought my outfit, plane ticket, everything. I was excited about this. Okay. Yeah. So she canceled. I was able to get my money back. I was able to get my tickets refunded. It was cool, but after that, I was kind of cool on her, because I'm like, girl, something's not right. So I just kind of, our friendship kind of slowly started fading away and we just kind of grew apart and just, yeah. So, yeah, that was my little story, personal story time of how I was in a situation with a best friend was who was in the same status with this woman on the viral TikTok. Um, yeah, it was similar, but yeah, yeah. I wish the best for her. I know she's out there doing her thing. She was a really, really sweet girl. Really, really sweet girl. Yeah, and you just kind of, in life, you just kind of, friendships, sometimes they don't last. You know, it was what it was, but I don't regret being friends with her. We did a lot of great things together. Really, really smart girl. So yeah, shout out to her. Yeah. The last thing I want to talk about is my queen on station head. So if you can't tell, I am a barb. I've been a barb since '09. Yes, through the GOAT, Lil Wayne, when he started Young Money and introduced the whole world to the Young Money, which included Drake, Lil Wayne, and yeah. So that's how I became. That's how I was introduced to Nicki Minaj. It's through one of the goats, Lil Wayne. Yeah. So if you're not a barb, you don't have to be a barb to watch my channel. Okay, you don't have to at all. Okay, but if you are, shout out to you, and you still shout out to the ones who are not barbs. Hey, you like what you like. I like what I like. So she was on Station Head, and I hardly catch her on Station Head because she comes out. Sometimes she comes on while I'm taking a nap, sleeping, cooking, working, doing things. So I catch her when I can on Station Head. So she was on Station Head, and she, typical queen, played her goat songs, and she was on there. She was talking about, and I follow her on Instagram. So she was showing how Papa Bear's hair has gotten so long. His hair is longer than mine. Okay? His hair is longer than mine. His hair is so beautiful and long. Can you believe he's only 4? He is 4 years old now. He is 4. Hair longer than mine. He's so beautiful. He's such a beautiful. I mean, look at his mom and dad, both good looking. I mean, come on. Beautiful, beautiful baby. Beautiful baby, baby boy. Yeah, so she was on stage and head, excuse me, and she was talking about how she was doing his hair, and she had, the stuff that she was fixing Papa Bear's hair with, and it was kind of steaming a little bit, and so, being the protective father that he is, started opening the windows and stuff, thinking that, it's like real smoke. I'm laughing because men are just, you can't do without them. They're just too adorable and too funny, okay? But when she told me, I was just laughing because I can relate. I mean, not that I was in the same situation, but yeah, my man, yeah, yeah, he's done some things that, yeah, just men are just, yeah, you just gotta love them. So yeah, it was just funny. It was so funny. So she also went ahead and started talking about, how smart Papa Bear is, how he's like able to, change channels and work the remote and work on his little tablet thing. But at the same time, she's like, look, I don't want him to be behind, or no, I don't like him. She sounded so cute. She's like, I don't want him to be on this, on this internet, with this technology. What the queen doesn't know is like this generation, these kids, their mind is different. Like their mind is different from our mind. Like their mind is 20 times smarter than our minds, okay? They know a lot. They know too much. Their brain is like, they're so sharp, okay? Little kids nowadays, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 3-year-olds are so smart, okay? But it was so cute, like, and I get her. Like, she don't want her, Papa Bear, like, knowing this because our generation, we did stuff like manual. All this tech stuff, like, man, all this you click here, click that, everything. So technology. and you don't want your kids, on it, using it all the time. And, the queen's like, she's like, I'd rather, like, spend, like, spend personal time. Like, I get her. Like, she wishes that he wasn't used to doing it so much. But you can't help it nowadays, But then at the same time, you don't want him falling behind with the rest of the other kids in this world. The rest of the kids here in this world, they know all this technology, So you want your kid to be up to date with them because even schools, they do take they're using like tablets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. So the queen she was just too adorable because she's just so relative when she gets on here and she talks about personal things that goes on with her personal life. She just doesn't real like she knows, like she talks about it, but there's so many people that can relate to her. You know what I'm saying? Like she's just too adorable, too adorable. And I just love it when she becomes personal and she talks about personal, real life situations that we all go through. Because guess what? We all go through the same thing. It's just different, It's just different situation, but we all kind of go through the same thing. But yeah, uh, she was just too cute. But shout out to her for coming on Station Head. I get on there when I can, when she's on there. And even now, like, Station Head, you can go on there and listen to songs. There's barb channels on there. And like I said, you don't even have to be a barb to, you can go on Station Head and listen to other stuff, other music on there. I personally go on there just to listen to Nikki's music. So yeah. But yeah, and to listen to the Queen whenever she decides to pop up on Station Head. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with y'all. Oh, I forgot to say this. So while the Queen was on Station Head the other day, I did a request. Okay, I did a request for Choppa's Sada Baby featuring Nicki Minaj. I At first I didn't really quite get the song. It had the beat was all, it had a nice beat to it, but at first I wasn't into the song when it first came out. But then as I started listening and listening to it more, the song grew up on me. So I love when I'm working out, I listen to this song. Ready on the go. Nikki ate this song up. Nikki ate this song. I don't know the full words to the song yet, but it is, oh my God, Nikki ate this song. Okay? Yes, the song is called Whole Lotta Chapas featuring Nicki Minaj. Yes, it came out, ooh, what year did it come out? And I'm looking it up. I should know the date. When did it come out? In 2020, y'all. 5 years later, and this song still hits. Like it hit. Yeah. Oh, a little one. I can't even tell him Black Lives Matter. I'm a riot. As valid by it. And nigga that lies gonna deny it. This nigga make me feel erotic. I'm reading. Yeah, but this song, oh wait, I'm gonna get the lyrics down. Okay, I'm halfway through. Okay. One thing about the Queen, you like all her songs are like they're timeless. She makes timeless songs. She's made songs 50 years ago. 15 years ago, she can make songs 50 years later, more than 15, 50. You can listen to it like and not feel like it's 2020 or 2012 or you know what I'm saying? Like I just love her songs. But anyways, to make long story short, I requested that song and she played it right away. What a coincidence. She played the song right away. So I don't know if it was my request or it was somebody else's request, but the fact that she played it as soon as I requested the song, I felt like, ooh wee. I felt a little special. I felt a little special, okay? But yeah, thank you, Queen, for playing that song. Okay, as soon as I'm gonna work on the lyrics to the song. Okay, I'm halfway through. I shouldn't even have tried to rap it, but yeah, ask that. Yeah. hmm Yeah, it's, oh, let me see. Yeah. They want to see you do your dance, do that thing that poke out the pen. If I don't, then I got plans. Bam, it's got summertime dance. Oh my God, it's Nikki ate the song. But anyways, thank you for watching, and yeah, please comment, please subscribe, please like my video. Okay, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. And yeah, thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Yes, thank you. Love you. Bye bye. Thank you.